Hey, what's going on guys? It is Last here and welcome to the FIFA 15 demo. So, I know you guys will have seen an awful lot of these in your sub box as of late. You know, I'm hopping on their bandwagon as everybody else is, I guess. But what I wanted to do is give you my thoughts and opinions on the few hours that I've played on the FIFA 15 demo. Now, I've pretty much dedicated the whole time I've been playing to the Ultimate Team section, which is obviously my main area of FIFA. And first off, I want to talk about the menus and stuff like that. They are very crisp, very quick. They look amazing. There's lots of shiny little sparkles everywhere. I really like the new player cards. They obviously have the same shape as last year, but they've got that lovely little sort of circle-y background thingy that the EA are going with this year as their sort of branding, and I think it looks really good. So things look fresh, you know. On the next gen, everything just looks absolutely beautiful. So the menus are great. You know, when you're in the Ultimate Team menus, they give you the option to use 4 or 5 different teams, I believe, and each of those teams have got some great players in it. You get the chance to use people like Messi, Ibra, Neymar, Iniesta, AGUERO, YAYA, Trolley, all sorts of amazing players on this game. And when you actually get into a game, the graphics are pretty amazing. Some of the cutscenes and stuff look absolutely beautiful. You know, they've obviously been talking a lot about how the fan animations and stuff like that are a lot better. All the stadiums are there. Of course, you can only play at Anfield in the demo, so far as I can tell anyway. Every single game I've played has been at Anfield. But the in-game graphics to me seem marginally better than the last one. When a ball goes out of play, for instance, and you see a player's face, yeah, you can tell there's a nice bit of difference there. But when you're sort of just above the ball and, you know, actually playing the game, I don't notice too much difference. But of course, there is slight upgrades here and there. The one thing you do notice is the pitch as it wears out throughout the game. That looks quite cool. You know, you see all the foot marks going in there. If someone does a slide tackle, you see a nice sort of a nice line where the studs have hit the grass and stuff like that, and things like that, little gimmicks like that, which actually make the game slightly more real. But let's move on to the actual gameplay itself. I'm going to talk about defending, passing, shooting, the player touch, the goalkeepers, that sort of thing. So starting off with defending then, I'm not sure whether it is just me not being able to get used to the new system or anything like that, or whether it's because I'm playing against the AI, but I find it really difficult to one, catch players, and when I do catch players, actually put that tackle in at the right moment before they just turn on me. You know, which is quite frustrating when you're playing it. I think a lot of it is to do with the fact that the demo is just going to be playing against the artificial intelligence, the computer. But that's just how it is, and I think when you're in-game against online people who make slightly more mistakes than a computer would do, you're going to find it that you get used to it quite a lot easier and stuff like that. Slide tackle animations look really cool. The one thing I did notice is that when you sort of do a normal tackle using B or circle or whatever it is, a stand-in tackle, sometimes it sort of you get a little bit of a touch of the ball, but then the defender sprints, the attacker sprints past you and wins the ball back. Now, I'm not sure how realistic that is, but you know what, we'll take it, and we'll get used to it and stuff like that. So passing is a lot more crisp. I already quite like the passing on Ultimate Team 14, but this one, the short passing, is you feel very much in control. You know, EA's slogan now is feel the game, and the short passing works very well. Some of the through balls and long passes do look absolutely amazing, but they don't always go through. I feel like some of the through balls are played at a lower height than they would have been in Ultimate Team 14, so the defenders managed to get the head on it just before, whereas otherwise it would have gone over in like FIFA 14, which is, you know, fairly realistic. But I hope there are a few different types. You can kick the ball higher and stuff like that, so it does go past the defenders and all sorts of stuff like that. But the short passing is really impressive. You can get some lovely tiki-taka style play going on, and it feels really nice. You can adjust the power of your passes, all sorts of stuff that you could already do, but it just feels refined, and I like it. The shooting now. there's a few aspects of the shooting that we need to look at. We need to look at maybe long shots, finesse shots, one-on-ones, things like that. Now, I found that I haven't really scored any long shots, so whether or not the sliders on Ultimate Team are not quite right yet, maybe they want to make it more difficult. You know, how many long shots do you really see when you're watching a game in the Premier League every week? You know, you might see a couple, so you might score a couple every sort of 5 or 10 games, but that's just more realistic, I guess. So the long shots, you know, when it comes to just taking a normal sort of powerful long shot, I haven't really scored any at all. But the finesse shots, of course, you can. They seem to always mess up a little bit with the sliders on the finesse shots, just as the demo is out and stuff like that. I've seen a lot of talk on the Twitters and on the YouTubes of people scoring long finesse shots and stuff like that. We've always been able to do it on Ultimate Team. People are either blaming that on the keepers not being quite right yet, or the finesse shots being a little bit overpowered. But you can score. Finesse shots do seem a little bit stronger this year than they have done for a little while now. Just bear in mind that we are playing on a build which is like pre-Gamescom, which was only about a 60% build. So there's like a lot of changes to be made. People that have been to different EA events like Kazooie and people like that have said that the game feels a bit different. They've played the full version, and some things are fixed, you know. Some of the shooting is slightly better, the goalkeepers are slightly better, or more balanced, because at the moment when you get through one-on-one, I find it quite difficult to score a goal. You know, the keepers are a lot more in tune and ready to save the ball rather than just let it go in like they have done on FIFA 14. You know, if you get through on FIFA 14, you're pretty much going to score. But this time you've really got to slow your player down, compose him, and get a lot of power behind that shot for it to go in the back of the net. And that's good, you know. I like that because I let a lot of goals into one-on-one, so for my keeper to be able to save it is great, you know. But I just need to work on the ability to score them at the other end of the pitch. The player touches and stuff like that do feel epic. There are a lot of new just a lot of new little flicks and controls and stuff like that, which work really nicely. You don't even notice you're doing them, and it's cool because it just works, you know. It just looks more realistic. That you know, if you're sprinting while you're about to get the ball, your touch is going to be heavier. You know, you need to let off that sprint button, let the guy control it perfectly, and then take a couple of touches. I like to use the skill dribbling, which is the LT-RT, because you get very close control, and it works nicely. It really does. The skill moves, I've seen that there's like a new roulette, which looks epic. I've seen Kazooie do that in his video, and I haven't been able to do that yet. I'm not sure if it's in this little build, or whether it just requires a few different buttons, which I'm not sure of yet. But it looks epic, so hopefully there's a couple of new little skill moves. Also, what I noticed that even with Ibra, it's 5-star on the demo, but we all know he's not going to be on the actual game. But Ibra and Neymar are two of the 5-star skillers that I've used. When I try to do a McGeady spin, he sort of does a Berber spin, so I'm not sure if that really quick McGeady spin has been taken out. I'm really not sure, but that's just from what I've seen so far. The goalkeepers, as I say, really good on one-on-ones for me, but you can score finesse shots and stuff past them quite easily, and a lot of people are saying they're quite broken in this particular build, which, as we know, is only around 60% or something anyway. So that's sort of been my first impressions of the demo. As I say, I've played it for a few hours now. All the different teams I've used, lots of different combinations of players that really stand out for me. Yaya Toure seemed really good, really strong, absolute boss like he is in real life, and I can't wait to use him on the full build. Zlatan was obviously amazing with his 5-star skill moves. Messi, because of the new first touch and the new dribbling and stuff like that, Messi's really good on the ball, which is epic, you know. Maybe he'll be really good and in contention for being as good as Ronaldo in this year's FIFA. Also, people like Royce and LA5TY'S are very quick and good at dribbling on the wings. Also, Fernandinho as well. I had a lot of trouble against him when I come up against him, which is cool. So there's a lot of great players. I've actually been really impressed. I'm never really impressed with a demo, and actually I've never really done a demo review because I don't see the point. The sub box is normally spammed with them, but I've enjoyed this one, and I really wanted to share my thoughts and opinions. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you think. Are there any good points, bad points that you want to discuss? I really want to know. Thank you for watching, guys, and I will catch you next time. Peace.